Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the 2014 trailer for Exodus Gods and Kings. This is another Moses adapted film, of course, and another biblical inspired epic movie. I must say that I've seen this movie before, but I hadn't watched the trailer until most recently. So when I saw the movie, I was amazed at how the cinema looked. Everything was beautiful. The story played out well. The acting was believable in terms of character acting, where you believe that the actors are actually the people that they are characterizing on big time and on the big screen, of course. Because once you're in the screen, you on big time. That means millions are watching you. So you become a centralized focus. So the actors in this were top-notch actors, such as back in the day when Yul Brynner and Charlton Heston characterized their famous iconic roles. So in this one, Christian Bale stars as Moses, and another credible actor stars as King Ramses, which is Moses' arch rival, of course. Okay, when I sat down to watch the trailer the other day, it got me back to thinking about the film that I enjoyed years ago. But I must admit that I like the original one a little bit better slightly, because back then they had to work harder. They had to build sets up from scratch, and they couldn't rely on special effects, digital effects, CGI, and everything else of a modernized film era. So, but nevertheless, this particular movie played out well. I must say I found it enjoyable back then. And it's not that old of a movie because it was adapted in 2014. So I could think about the original one that came out in 1956, I believe, or 59. Yes. So I'm going to sit down and rewatch the trailer or go over what I've seen and put myself in the state of mind as I felt when I watched the trailer the other day. So this is the trailer for the 2014 movie called Exodus, Gods and Kings. And it's about the story of Moses and, of course, all of the Hebrew slaves. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's coming on. Okay. Oh, wow. This is a historic recreated film. It looks like it has a beautiful picture. Things are crisp and clear. Okay, Christian Bale appears. He's playing Moses, of course. At the time, before he realized who he really was, he was King Ramses' brother, or King Ramses wasn't King Ramses when they were raised as children. They were brothers, of course, and rivals. And Moses apparently outdid Ramses in many different ways, in which got Moses' attention. And it was said that that Ramses was a bit jealous of Moses. Well, that's how he was characterized in the original project and somewhat of this one. But in this film, him and Moses were a bit closer as brothers, according to this adaptation. So I'm watching right now, I'm watching old recreated scenes of a beautiful ancient Egypt when it was built up to its former glory. I see big buildings, palaces, and things like that of ancient antiquity. And back then, things were built up by slaves. So they could get hundreds of thousands of slaves to build entire downtown cities and build anything, private lakes and everything. So they recognized the ingenuity of mankind and the work progress of mankind. So the Egyptians made the Hebrews into slaves for maybe 400 years. That's crazy. So those slaves built a lot of things up for free. And of course, they struggled and endured hardship. So it's a biblical accounted film of exactly what happened in the tale of the Exodus. Okay, Moses is showing again. They're showing King Ramses. Okay, Moses was a hero to Egypt at first until he found out that he was the savior of the Hebrew slaves. Okay, they're showing beautiful scenes. Now they're showing it a lot of soldiers. They're going to recapture all of the slaves that Ramses set free. And Ramses is saying, no, we're not recapturing them at all. They're showing chariots racing. Now they're showing the famous parting of the sea, or they're fighting by the sea. Okay. All right. Okay, I must say that, yeah, this trailer is nice, and it brings me back to when I saw the movie originally years ago. I must say I enjoyed the film years ago, and I enjoy the trailer now. So go check it out.